Hey everybody, welcome back to the homestead. So there's a ton of stuff that needs to be built, and now that we got the wood, I need to go ahead and get started on building it. So today's a nice cloudy day. Hopefully it stays that way, so I'm going to try to knock out as much of it as I can today. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to get started on is the turkey perch and shelter. So what I'm going to do right now real quick is just measure. So I measured it at 10 feet long. That's how big or how wide I want the turkey perch to be. Now, there's two reasons for that. One is I want a large turkey perch because right now we only have 4 turkeys, but originally we were going to have 8, and we plan on having more in the future. So I wanted it to be able to hold uh, more turkeys than just 4. We want it to be big enough to hold however many turkeys we end up having in there in the future. And 2, this is also going to act as a small water capture roof. So we kind of want it larger than just 4x4. So the larger it is, the larger roof, the more water we'll be able to collect from it for the garden. So we're going to go 10 feet long or wide, however you want to say it. But first, I need to try to get some of these nails out of this wood real quick, and then I'll cut it to size and go from there. So I'm going to make the length 10 and the width 4 feet. So go ahead and measure out 4 feet. Actually, I think I'll go We'll do 6 feet. I want to make sure it's plenty big. I don't want to go through all this and make one that ends up being too small. So. All right, and welcome back. It's the next day in the evening. We were having troubles recording yesterday. Every time I try to record, the camera would overheat and would just stop working, and would have to bring it in the house in the AC. So I didn't really get much footage yesterday at all, and I apologize for that. It was just so hot. Even we were in my workshop in the shade, and it was just so hot. The equipment wouldn't work. So I did get something done, and I'll show y'all here in a sec. But hopefully the sun's on its way down today, so hopefully the peak of the heat is over, and it should be only getting cooler from here on out for today. And I'm gonna try to knock out as much stuff as I can today. But let me show y'all what I got done yesterday and yesterday evening. So I was able to get this behemoth up yesterday, and I know I was originally trying to go 10 feet long and then 6 feet wide or thick coming out, but I ended up going with 6 feet long and 4 feet wide, just because doing the 10-foot long would have been harder to do with the amount of wood. I didn't want to waste all my wood on this one project, and it would have been more difficult if I was cutting out 10 feet long pieces each time. That would have used up pretty much all the wood. But I got the base, and then I got the top done, and again I'm gonna put wood up on the top and then put metal roofing, and that's gonna help with rain collection as well. And the problem with this little thing that I put together in a hurry is it got knocked over a couple times during storms and just heavy winds, and I had to stake it down. It hasn't blown over since I staked it down real good, but you can see where it's been taking a beating. And this guy, I don't expect this guy to blow over at all for any reason. I'm gonna stake it down as well, just to be sure. I gotta back up so you can see the whole thing. But I'm gonna stake it down too, just to be sure, and I'm gonna tie it to the fence behind it. That way I know for sure it's not going anywhere. But I was out here after dark adding these roosting bars. These guys are in there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to finish the roosting bars. So I'm going to put some lower ones down here, and then start putting on the top. That way it at least provides some shade during the day, and then hopefully the turkeys will be more excited about getting up on these roosting bars. But I'm waiting on some metal sheet cutters in the mail. I'm waiting to get those before I start cutting metal roofing sheets, because I don't want to try with any old tools and it come out like crap. So I'm just gonna wait for the parts I need to cut it right, and then I'll start laying those metal sheet roofing on the top. Yeah, and then once I get done with that, right here is where I plan on the little duck hut area to be. From like that pole right there to the turkey perch, I'm gonna have like an enclosed area, what I'm thinking, with like a little doorway that the ducks can walk through, but the turkeys can't. And I'm just gonna leave it bare ground. I'm not putting a floor in or anything like that, because they're gonna poop in there and all that. And what we can do is just rotate that hut, move it around different places, you know, and then let that area regrow or whatever, and then eventually we can just move it back or whatever, you know. But and then the top of it is gonna be, I want it like a open top, to where you just kind of lift the door open on top. That way, if they put any eggs in there, we can grab the eggs out of them as well. That way we have full access to the area. Because if you can't get into the area and the only way to get eggs in there is to move the whole thing, then you might break the eggs trying to move it. So I want everything to be easy access. And then we got them a bigger pool, and they love it. They love this pool. They can actually dive into the water a little bit and swim around. It's deep enough for them to actually float on the water. This one, they had a blast in it, but they would just stand in it. It wasn't really deep enough for them to float or swim around. But this one right here, they have a whole lot more fun in it. We still got to clean it out all the time and give them fresh water and stuff, which is fine. But I like just watching them play out here now, because they'll be splashing the water everywhere, having a good time. Turkeys kind of join in with them too. It's pretty funny. So what I'm going to do now is go back to the workshop, try to find some more wood pieces that will fit across for more perching bars. Well, unfortunately, I think the only wood I got here are my 8-foot long 2x4s that I just got. I was really trying not to use these. I wanted to save them for another project, but looks like we're gonna have to use them, because none of these other pieces that could work as a perch bar are 6 foot long. So I'm gonna have to cut some of these. I want 2 more perches, so I'm gonna have to cut 2 of these 2x4s down, and then we'll go ahead and go over there and screw them in. Alright, now I just need to get some screws. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and we'll do a couple extra just in case. Drill. Alright, let's head out there. make a quick adjustment. Joe better. All right, now what we're gonna start on is the roofing. But first I gotta measure the distance just to make sure that I'm accurate. All right, so after measuring it, because I want it to hang over some, we're gonna go with 58 inches. That way it hangs over some in the front and a 1/4 inch in the back, because I want to put a gutter system on the back, you know, to collect the rainwater. So I want it to hang slightly over that gutter so it goes in the gutter and not soaking the wood before it gets to the gutter, you know. So I'm gonna measure out 58 inches, and I'm not quite sure how many pieces we'll need yet, but because all these pieces of wood are different sizes and like widths, you know, they're all relatively the same thickness, but they're all different widths. I'm just using what I got. All right, we'll start with 4. Head out there, get them screwed in, and see how much we think we'll need to go from there. How's that look from y'all's guys' angle? Looks pretty good. So this is 4. So I'm guessing we'd probably need around 8 more. Go ahead and head back and cut 8 more. Alright, that's 8. I'm gonna try to hurry up and get over there and get them screwed in before it gets dark. Yeah, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna get done. The sun's getting real low. And I still gotta do the front side screw in the front of all these boards too. But what I don't get done today, I'll probably get done tomorrow. And the duck's laughing at me. Well, there's a tad bit left at the end. That's too small for me to put another one of these full panels on, so I'm gonna have to go cut a smaller piece. Again, it's starting to get dark real quick, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and do that very quickly. All right, I'm back. Now to the other side real quick. All right, I just finished screwing in the other side. The camera stopped recording for some reason, so I guess you don't get to see that super exciting stuff. But I finished it. It's all screwed in on the other side with some complications. Because originally I was trying to go in from the other side, but I forgot about the damn netting over there. So I had to like lay carefully on this and hoping my fat ass didn't break these boards. But we were good, and I was able to get everything screwed in good. So the next thing is just to lay the metal sheeting in a couple of days. Once I get my tool, I'll be doing that, and then we'll just be waiting for gutter system or something like that and pipes to actually set up the water collection part of it. But for the most part, this turkey perch is done. It's super heavy duty and sturdy, way better than the rinky-dink makeshift turkey perch I had before. And I'll swing the camera around on the other side and get a final view of it real quick and compare it to the first turkey perch that they had. All right, so again, this is their original turkey perch that I made just because I was in a hurry and they needed something. And then come over here, get ready for a big reveal, and boom! It's not perfect. Some places it's not quite even, but it will work, and I'm good with that. As long as it works, I'm good. And I didn't have any blueprints or anything like that. I just kind of used brain power and made it happen. Yeah, that should last a long time, and I shouldn't have to worry about it getting knocked over or destroyed anytime soon. All right, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to say I did, but I've done nothing but sweat my butt off for the past 2 days. So I'm ready for a break for a day or two, and then I'll be back out here building some more stuff. But with that, I hope everybody has a great day.